determine if the IP address is changed is this copier will tell you what the IP address is. And if to go into that mode, there's a system menu button right here that you would pick. This is what the system menu looks like on the Kyocera printer copier. Is using is you would go into the system menu, then there is a report button. Then you would go, there's a print report option. There's a print report option up at the top, and you go to next. And then you'll see there's a network status, and then you would say print. And then you would just say yes to you're sure you want to print. Copy of the network status report that is going to be printed by the Kyocera printer upstairs. There are 3 pages in this report. On the first page, down near the bottom, there's going to be a TCP IP area. In this area, you'll see that there's going to be an IP address indication, and this is going to be the IP address that is going to need to be set on the Windows properties of the desktop PC or laptop that you want to use to use this device.
So the way to confirm the IP address of the Kyocera printer in Windows is going to differ based on the Windows system that you have. This is a Professional 7, but however way, there's going to be a way for you to get to your devices and printers. You'll pick the Kyocera printer that shows up. If there might be an indication that it says offline, that would obviously be an indication that there's no connection to the Kyocera printer. You would go, in order to change the port settings, you would go into the printer properties. You would note this is the same way you go in, you print a test page. Is a function here that's a common test to see that you can print to this printer. It also is an indication that you're in the right area. You'll notice these tabs, and on different versions of Windows they won't be tabs, they'll be something else, but you want to go to your ports. You'll see a list of ports that this device can use. You'll have one that's checked, and you'll want to go to configure or change that port. Then once in the port setting, you'll have a port name, this is a good indication, a good example to show you, is that there's the name and then there's the actual IP address. And obviously this has been changed because we have seen the IP address on the Kyocera printer change. What you will do is you will just change this to match whatever is on the report. And I don't expect this to match what's on the report that was in the previous video, but this is just an example here that you would change it to whatever numbers you wanted to set. And I'm just going to hit escape because I didn't really want to change that. I wanted to point out something else, is that generally, I don't want to be too specific as far as the numbers, but generally the first 2 numbers are probably going to be the same all the time. I wouldn't expect this 3rd number to change. It's all going to be this last number, that's what the Kyocera printer is going to change, because you're going to make a very small change to it for reasons that we can't determine right now. But just as long as the actual address itself matches what is on that report from the Kyocera printer, and then you OK it, you should get a connection, and you should be able to print now to that Kyocera device from any PC, from this PC that's been set up. And then you'd have to change all the other PCs that are going to print to that printer or that device.